Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. Today's session, we're doing this somewhere where I hope to have my face someday. In front of Mount, come on, you know it, Mount Rushmore, South Dakota, I'm pretty sure. So, as usual, we're traveling the world to deliver you these negotiation nuggets. All right, before we move on, first order of business, let's talk about trivia question from last week. We had an Awesome Claims customer service book. The question had to do with Blondie, and the question was, where did Blondie get their name from? Did they get it from Marilyn Monroe, truckers yelling, "Hey Blondie," at Deborah Harry, or the comic character Blondie? And it turns out it was truckers yelling Blondie. Now, I got a couple emails from people saying it's none of those things. It's Adolf Hitler's dog. And it's true that Adolf Hitler did have a dog named Blondie, and it's certainly true that that was put out there somewhere, but it turns out that it's not actually true. It's just one of those rumors that got some traction. The real reason they named themselves Blondie was because of the truckers, at least according to Deborah Harry herself in an interview. Okay, let's move on with getting some work done here. Well, congratulations, by the way, to our first three winners. You were the first three to send me an email with the correct answer. And by the way, I've had people say, well, by the time I watch your videos, Carl, there's no chance for me to win three. That's not true. So sometimes people just send an email right away and it's got the wrong answer in it. So I wouldn't take a chance. Unless you're watching this, 5 days after it came out, then yeah. But if you're watching it the same day it came out, there's a good chance you're in the running. Now, I don't think I mentioned this last time, but if you've already won a book through these series, you're not eligible. All right, we're going to try to spread the wealth around a little bit. You can still answer the question, but we're going to try to keep these to original winners each week. Okay? All right, let's get to some work. I mentioned before that there's three critical factors of negotiations, and we talked about them. The first one, knowledge. You got to know what you're talking about. And the second one, empathy. For knowledge, I gave us an A. We're pretty good. We know our claim, but I encourage you to know it thoroughly. Read everything. Know what you're talking about, but then also communicate that to the customer. Okay, I read the report, and here's what your doctor said, or whatever it is. To be thorough. Empathy, I talked about. I gave us, I think, a B- or so, because we're not that empathetic. We really like to talk about the facts. Knowledge is our strength, so we'd rather talk about the facts. But we don't want to forget that we're in the business of helping people. We're in the customer service business. And that means showing people we understand that they went through something difficult and that we want to compensate them fairly. The third factor we're going to call communication. Basically, making sure you communicate effectively.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
For this, probably a B+, A- on. We're pretty good. Every once in a while, we make mistakes, though. I was monitoring a phone call, and I think this is a workers' comp claim. I'm not quite sure, but they called up the person and said, hey, I'm going to send you a medical authorization form. I need you to fill out that authorization form and send it back. And the person said, I'm not doing that. And the adjuster said, why? It's not complicated. Now, I know that adjuster didn't mean to say, I think you're stupid. I know that. But it's kind of how it came out. So we have to be careful. All right. I was listening to an auto adjuster, and he said this to a customer. And he said, well, if you were smart, you would have added comp and collision. If you were smart, you would have added comp and collision.
How clearly you put it.
Okay, so I don't think he meant to call the customer dumb, but that's how it came out. So what we have to do is we have to communicate effectively. Is this what we meant to say? Did we mean to tell this person this?
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
And make sure that it's what we meant to say. So we don't just, if we're negotiating with an attorney, even with attorneys, we've got to be clear. You don't want to just say, well, your client waited 25 days to go to the doctor before the accident. Yeah? So what? You want to be clear. Because your client waited 25 days to go to the doctor after the accident, I'm going to have to question how injured he was. See, now you've communicated what you meant to say. You got to make sure what you said was what you meant to say. And if people could take things the wrong way, then we got to figure out a better way to say them. You can say to someone, if you don't release your car, you're going to get stuck with the fees. Or you can say to someone, if you do release your car, I can help you avoid unnecessary fees. You could say to someone, it sounds like you're confused. Or you could say, let me help clear this issue up for you. You could say to someone, we don't owe that. Or you could say to someone, let me help explain why we can't pay that. Okay, you can say things any way you want to. We want customers to believe that we're on their side because the very first of these series, we talked about the fact that it makes our job easier if people think that we're on their side. It makes it easier. Well, that's where communication comes in. So we want to be able to communicate to people effectively. We know what we're talking about and we understand what they're going through. That's the knowledge and empathy. And of course, relate the facts to them appropriately, making sure what we said was what we meant to say in the negotiation. And when I read a file, the claims adjuster will never document the file. Claimant would not accept my offer because I implied he's an idiot. I guarantee you there's nowhere in the claims file, but oftentimes that happens. Okay, we imply oftentimes to people because they don't understand. Okay, you know, if I don't mind talking to you about this if you can keep the facts straight, if you can keep the issues straight. And we're blaming the customer oftentimes for not being able to follow us. So we've got to be clear. This is what we're intending to do. We're intending to fairly compensate you for this loss. Here's how we go about it. Here's the determination of the value of your claim, and we want to pay you the whole thing. To communicate that effectively. So not just the words we're using, but also the empathy and the knowledge that we have. All right, so those are our three factors: knowledge, empathy, communication. We're going to use all of the three of those things when we move on to our next series, as far as actually being able to put these things into play. We want to be able to use all three of these factors to be successful negotiators. So we're going to keep all of them in the forefront of our mind when we're negotiating. And that will come up very soon, I promise you. Okay? All right. As always, call me, email me. I'll answer any questions, go over any information you want. I'll role play with you if you want to practice, whatever, it's perfectly fine. Okay? All right, negotiation skills for the claims professional. Lots of stuff we're going to be talking about in this series can be found in this book. The first 3 people that send me the right answer, email me, don't call me. I've gotten some calls, that doesn't count because I can't tell who comes in first. You got to email me and you will get the negotiations book. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, police sting is going to be our category here. Here's your question. Gordon Sumner's Sting, that's his real name. But the question is, where did Gordon Sumner get his nickname Sting from? Did he get it from frequently wearing a yellow and black striped sweater? Did he get it from his hobby of being a beekeeper? Or did he get it from his fear of wasps? Where did he get the name Sting? First 3 people who send me an email with the right answer, we'll announce the winners next week, or next session, I should say. And you're going to get the book. So don't think it's too late. Go ahead and send me an email with your answer, and I'll let you know if you got it right. Okay? All right. Thank you for your time today, and looking forward to our next session coming soon. Take care, everybody. All right. Well, if you like these videos, please hit the like button. Also, please subscribe. And if you would like to be notified when we do put up a new video, please choose the All button under Notifications.
into a unit.